Welcome to the next module in the Professionalism series. In this module, we will be taking a deeper look into personal reflections and personal ethics. The goal of this video is to introduce the topic of personal competence and how it relates in the field of communication sciences and disorders, especially regarding ethics and professional practices and self-reflection. Personal competence is defined as personal traits and abilities that affect your outcome in the workplace and in everyday life. Personal competence involves responsibilities of individuals to become or remain proficient in their education or job environments. Ethics can therefore be related as it involves one's moral judgment and social responsibility. Ethics are reflected and incorporated into our learning and workplace environment. These ethics refer to the way that students or employees in an organization govern themselves and their overall work attitude. Self-reflection is a critical capability because it allows an individual to reflect on personal situations that involve ethics, seek guidance if needed, and develop to show growth in areas of deficit. Personal competence addresses personal traits and abilities that affect your performance in everyday life. Personal competence includes self-awareness, motivation, relationship skills, and confidence. Collectively, these skills can indicate whether or not someone can be successful at work or through daily living. Personal competence goes hand in hand with altruism. Altruism is a belief in selfless concern for the well-being of others. As undergraduate students, we are responsible to be competent and socially aware in many different aspects of our lives. We are responsible to have social awareness and respect for diversity, including differing cultures and gender bias. Although we cannot be knowledgeable and competent in every way of life, we need to show openness to learning about other cultures and gaining insights to other perspectives which might be different from our own. Beyond being culturally aware, we take numerous steps and responsibility in our field to be personally and professionally competent as audiologists and speech-language pathologists. Through clinicals, observation hours, and dedication to classes, we learn how to be proficient professionals within our field of work. As we grow in our field of communication sciences and disorders, we become committed to the lifelong learning and confident growth that develops as we experience training in different clinical settings. As we advance into our graduate education, we develop our personal competencies in how we interact with clients and professionals. Self-reflection is a continuous action that allows for introspection and grants us the ability to learn more about our character, actions, and motives. Self-reflection is the key to self-awareness, and as previously mentioned, self-awareness is part of being a well-rounded and competent person. In order to change and grow as individuals, reflection is needed. An interesting quote to think about is that we do not learn from experience, but rather we learn from reflection on that experience. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing work atmosphere, it is critical that as professionals, we are able to develop and grow as needed. Reflection is a necessary part of the learning process and is essential to being a meaningful audiologist or speech-language pathologist. As we advance through our education, it is important to continue self-reflection and analyze what values and ideas that we hold to be important. Self-reflection can help us sharpen our focus for when making decisions and interacting with clients and our community. So how does this all correlate with personal ethics? Similarly to personal competence, one's personal ethics involves selfless concern for the well-being of others and one's social awareness to cultural and different biases. Ethical individuals are those that make decisions not only in the best interest of themselves, but also for their clients, community, and colleagues. These are moral guidelines that we should be able to use in our field during difficult situations and when making tough decisions. Personal ethics allows you to develop your core values and advance you in your worth ethic to manage a variety of challenging situations. Within the field of audiology and speech pathology, it is our job to provide our clients with compassionate care, privacy, confidentiality, and dignity. Personal ethics can be used to develop your career and to allow you to have different perspectives and understanding on different workplace scenarios. It should be noted that personal ethics goes beyond interacting with clients. We should use our personal ethics to hold ourselves accountable for how we interact with our colleagues and within our community. It is important that as individuals, you recognize the importance of reliability, honesty, integrity, and fairness when interacting with your colleagues and professional community. As for yourself as an individual, these personal ethics of reliability, honesty, integrity, and fairness hold true. It is important to understand that personal ethics refer to the ethics and ideas that an individual identifies with in respect to interacting with people in situations in everyday life. In conclusion, personal competence, personal reflection, and one's personal ethics all contribute to your ability of being a well-rounded individual and professional. It is important to note that professionals. It is important to note that as we become professionals, the learning process will never fully be complete. And it is our duty to our clients and colleagues to be competent and well-versed in our area of choice.